So, ladies and gentlemen, on our latest Night Gallery podcast, we're going to talk about probably one of the best blackouts of the Night Gallery series, and that's not saying much because most of the blackouts were terrible. Now, Satisfaction Guaranteed is a short segment that ended up being the end of episode filler of the Death in the Family, The Merciful Class of 99 episode that originally aired on 22nd September 1971. Now, this segment was added on the repeat 22nd March 1972 of the second season after the very terrible Witch's Feast for some reason was not rejigged for the repeat. Witch's Feast is better not talked about. It's a bunch of hags around, witches around a cauldron, and it's just cliche like crazy. Now, Satisfaction Guaranteed is probably the best one-liner of the whole series. Victor Buono shows up at an employment agency looking to employ a new secretary. Now, the lady that's coordinating it brings in all kind of different prospects, and he doesn't really like any of them. For some reason, is not fitting his needs. See, part of the employment agency has a logo, as a motto of Satisfaction Guaranteed. So there's 2 or 3 or 4 that are shown, and all of a sudden, a very large woman, a very big woman, shows up, and Victor Buono's becomes all interested, and all of a sudden tells the head of the employment agency, I will hire her. And she basically said she can't type, she can't make a cup of coffee, and he said it doesn't matter. And this is where the one-liner come in. Is the probably the most sexual double entendre of the early 1970s on NBC. It has to be seen to be believed, because you could take it one way in relation to a certain thing, and it might be taken the other way with the second reference. But Victor Buono, great comedic actor, best supporting actor nominee, well known for acting in very strong parts over the years. He did another blackout for Jack Laird and General Schwartz. It was he played a vampire, but in this he doesn't play a vampire. I don't know what he plays. It could be a cannibal, it could be a kink, it could be anything. So, like I said, if you're going to judge any of the blackouts, this is probably the best of the group, and we want to tell everybody that back in the day, Night Gallery could have as many as 4 large or partial episodes, and Jack Laird would write these, and Geno usually would direct it. And the reason why it wouldn't work, because most of the time they weren't that funny, but this was kind of a head scratcher. Why Witch's Feast was taken off, why this was put in. But like I said, it holds up, because for me, it's like a 2-pager in the old horror comic books, where you have the setup, the middle part, and the punchline, and it really works. I really enjoy it. Victor Buono is not a very underrated actor for his generation, and he was very big in Hollywood, very good friends with Bette Davis and different people, and he was a great part of that. He was one of the last actors of the studio system by my memory. So on this COVID Saturday, wish everybody good luck. Keep your stick in the ice, and if you like or want to make a comment on my podcast, we'll appreciate it. Subscriptions, subscribe is always important. No monetization, but I just like hearing back from you good listeners. Have a good evening.